Hi everyone, this is your math guru. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve and also graph the following two-step inequalities. Please don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button below for more easy to understand math concepts. In the first example, we have -4 minus 5v less than -29. I'm going to write that out here. So I have -4 minus 5v less than -29. Using the balance method, my first step is to take out my -4 from my left hand side to my right hand side, and I can do that by balancing the equation. That's to add 4 to both sides. If I add 4 to both sides, what I will have is -4 plus 4 cancels out. I'm left with minus 5v less than, then I have -29 plus 4 will give me -25. The next step is to divide both sides by 5. So if I have -5v divided by -5, I'm going to do the same thing on my right hand side. When you're solving inequalities and you're trying to solve for the variable and you divide by a negative coefficient, then what happens is your inequality sign is going to swap or flip. So I have 5 divided by -5, that's 1. So I have v. So instead of saying less than, it's now going to be greater than. -25 divided by -5, that's +5. So note that when you're dividing by a negative number or you're multiplying by -1, the inequality sign flips. And to plot this on my graph, I have that as the value of v is greater than 5. But 5 is not included, so on my 5, I'm going to have an open circle, not a filled one because the inequality sign is missing, and then value is greater than 5. So I have my arrow in the positive right direction. In the second example, I have -2 plus r/9 is greater than -1. Like I did earlier, applying the balance method, the first step is to add 2 to both sides in order to take out my -2. So I have on my left +2, and on my right, I'm adding 2. -2 plus 2, that cancels out. I'm left with r/9 greater than. Then I have -1 plus 2. I'm left with +1. I can take out the plus sign. The next step is to find r. I need to apply the inverse operation to take out my divided by 9, and the inverse operation for division is multiplication. So the next step is to multiply both sides by 9. Always treat your inequality as an equal sign. So what I have left is, I have 9 divided by 9, that's 1. On my left hand side, I'm left with r. I still have my greater than. 1 times 9 is 9. Note that the sign did not change because I wasn't multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So going back to my graph, I have the value of r greater than 9. So if I go to 9, I have an open circle on 9, and because the value of r is greater than 9, that will be in the positive x direction as shown. So r, our value is greater than 9, but not including 9. Let's look at the next couple of examples. In the next example, I have -1 plus 4x less or equal to 31. The first step is to get rid of my -1, and to do that, I'm going to apply the inverse operation, and that's +1. but whatever you do on your left, you do on your right. So I'm adding 1 to both sides. -1 plus 1, this cancels out. On my left hand side, I'm left with 4x less or equal to, then I have 31 plus 1. 31 plus 1 is 32. The next step is to divide both sides by 4, because between 4 and x is multiplication, the inverse operation is division. So to find x, I have on my left divided by 4, and whatever you do on your left, you do on your right. 4 divided by 4, that's 1. What I have left is x less or equal to, because I wasn't dividing by a negative number, my inequality sign remains the same. Then on my right hand side, I have 32 divided by 4, which is 8. Now, going back to graph on the number line, I have values starting from 8, and because of the equal sign under my less than, I'm going to have a filled circle, and what that means is the value of x starts from 8 and is less than 8, but 8 is also included. So I have that going towards my negative left direction as shown. Let's look at the last example. In my last example, I have m divided by 6 minus 5 greater or equal to minus 6. The first step is to get rid of my minus 5. The inverse operation of minus is plus, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Always remember the balance method requires you to do the same thing on your left and on your right. So what happened is minus 5 plus 5, that cancels, that's 0. I'm left with m over 6 greater or equal to minus 6 plus 5, that's minus 1. The next step is to get rid of my 6. The inverse operation of division is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. Balance method, whatever you do on your left, you do on your right. 6 divided by 6, cross simplification, that's 1. So I'm left with the variable m greater or equal to minus 1 times 6, that's minus 6. To plot that on my graph, I'm starting from minus 6, and because of the equality, that means minus 6 is included, so I'm going to have a filled circle as shown. Then we've been told the value of m is greater, so that means arrow is going to be in the positive x direction as shown. Thanks for watching. Bye.